Crab Tendo.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm DJ Av, and today we're going to be talking about something that everybody really has been requesting for a while: making drums, snares. So, a quick history about it, synth snaring as it is in sound design. Start off, or origins around 1970-ish, 1972, so about 10 years before I was born. And, there's companies like Roland, Akai, Lynn, probably. And there's drum machines like the LM1, which costs like $5,000. So yeah, you complain about Falcon being $300. Yeah. And TR-808, $1,000, but it was more affordable at that time. And origins being in Japan, so Japan invented trap and electronic music. Anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and just show you some techniques and whatnot, and now explain as it go. We got it. I'm gonna set up a key group so that it'll actually play on the keyboard, and we're gonna talk about the traits of a drum. Yeah, as you can see, it does not change. What does change is the attack and the decay. As you see, there's no need for sustain and release if you look at the amplitude. And just the shortness, the natural shortness of it helps with many other characteristics. So as you can see, so what makes up of a drum, a waveform, usually a sine wave. And if I was to go to that oscillator, as you can see, it's nothing but a short sine wave being played. Very short, tiny at best. You can make it bigger though. And just messing with the frequencies and stuff like that, you can definitely fix it or whatnot. But the other part of it again is white noise. So back then they figured out to get something that kind of sounds like a drum. And I think Osaka, Japan, they figured out that you have to have voltage controlled amplifying, which creates noise and forms of different waveforms and whatnot, and transistors, VCA, better known as VCA, and yeah, noise. Again, if you mess with the decay, it'll sounds like TV, right? The white noise on TV. That's where, that's what it is. Formulating different frequencies together, in unison, gets things like this that you're seeing visually. That's kind of the awesome thing about science that I love, because I really do love science. But that's how you get noise, which is also how you get a hi-hat. So other parts that dealing with that. As you can see, you get your traditional doing. Also, filtering. Your filter section is very important. How it's filtered is very important as well. Right here, visually, this is why I'm using this visually, so I can break it down to y'all, because I could do this in other VSTs as well. But I find this to be as effective or more effective, to be honest. Falcon for the win. It's filters. So you have a lower notch filter, and then you have a high pass filter right here. And this is a low pass filter. So, it filters out some of the filters out a certain section of highs. And if I was to run that notch filter right here, you can see different characteristics change. And it changes the waveform, so you get a different tone. Now you're actually getting to see how certain other sounds are being made as well in drum machines. And that frequency, what that frequency thing means is just this sweep, how I'm sweeping through the frequency left and right. So you will actually see this, you know, in technicality, it'll look like this. I'm going to show you visually how it would move. I guess I'll pull up a 3-band, 8-band EQ and pick peak 2, and we're gonna, you know, pretend that frequency. I'm gonna go ahead and make a lower notch gain right here, and we're gonna, as you can see right here, that's how when I mean by sweeping the frequency. Now, there's another thing that I want to bring to you guys' attention. Again, amplitude plays a huge role within this in particular. As you can see, I'm starting to get your more traditional snare. If I was to go back to this filter and, you know, and affect it and work with. Then again, once again, if you're mixing that together, if you're working with the mix, like if you're turning up your oscillator more and your noise more, you sell a different point of it to where you can get that 808 snare. I guess it doesn't help that I have effects on it, or turn it off for a second. And then it brings me to another thing. Once again, distortion, reshaping of that waveform, and piling on different types of harmonics, you know, kind of randomly, like distortion can cause for some interesting effects. Yeah, that was loud. But anyways, you know, then you kind of just adjust the volume as you go. And yes, adjusting the volume does affect how the tone is. As I'm just pressing C1 anyways. It did. Let's see what did I mess up? I think I messed up some things. Of course, you know, if you picked up, if you do certain things in terms of like just changing your waveform, that could do different things as well for different results. I think I messed up the frequency. Of course, not everything is going to be rewarding. Go ahead, I'm going to exit out of that and pull another drum up. So I did so much. So, you know, again, you know, adjusting those key parameters can do a lot for how you make a snare, and even claps or hats, if that be what you're aiming for. And then also, what I didn't talk about as well is, you know, if you want to mess with the depth of the pitch modulation. that does affect a lot of the style of the snare. And of course, EQ and yet again will have different results. Now, there's other things as well that I want to talk about as far as when you're making your drums or whatnot. And I'm gonna delete this real quick. And another major selling point is reverb. Now, reverb can do some of the greatest stuff to your sound in general, and depending on what you invest in your reverbs, that's gonna have a in-game result to how your snare is gonna sound. As you can see, just add what I just did to just adding reverb kind of changed the sound. It changed the sound dramatically. Giving it some type of hall or whatever type of reverb you want to do. Even if you want to add special types of delays to your snare, will give it a specific characteristic. Again, with reverbing, which I haven't really taught about on this channel, because how to properly reverb certain sounds or whatever is very important to sound design. It's extremely important because it can make or break a sound. Because if you over dilute it, it might not sound cool, even though that sounds cool. Oversizing it, changing the size, the shape of it, adding low decay or subtracting low decay out of it, and either low decay. Basically, if you want reverb to be on the lower frequencies of the lower harmonics or whatnot, you either add low decay, you'll dial in the parameter, or you would actually, if you didn't, you would just take it away. And that works the same for your high decay as well. So that's what that is. That's cool. I know somebody's gonna ask me for that snare. Someone always asks me for that snare, and I'm gonna forget. But I'll just watch this video again. Ha. Anyways, what else? What else about that's really important about making your drums? I mean, there's other things again, effect wise that really do matter. You might want to even go as far as adding more filters to it. The different filters on top of filters do specific things in articulating that snare. And I'm running a bandpass 4-pole, and as you can see, running a band. The snares that we like, especially like the drill snare, has probably at least 2 to 3 different filters on there. Especially and they usually, and that drill snare in particular has so much resonance in it. I'm just checking to see how fat the snare is. Um, I apologize. I know this is like one of those things that I could just be short about it, but I really think somebody will let's watch this video and we'll learn something from it. But anyways, again, pitch modulation. And then you would just kind of just work through there, see what you discover. Changing waveforms. Oh boy, I know that is like. I'm sorry. I find it to be a very engaging snare. But what I could do, what could I do? I think I could run a limiter or something. Yeah, I know people are gonna be like, oh man, you're not supposed to run limiters. Stop living by the books when you create. Sometimes, because creations aren't supposed to be 100% by the book. If you're really trying to storm creativity, certain things that you want to expand on and do that would really affect how your music is, and then how great you are, and you know genius, being a genius, you have to take risks. No. I need a gate. A gate. And I have no clue of where a gate would be, but yeah. Okay. So I think I might have a little bit too much. Okay. So the next thing, again, and this is one of the things that you can that should be done with noise in making drums is layering as well. And again, you can use already samples that you already have. You might be something that you already have. And as you can see, I told y'all, I really do love making drums, but I guess I use that. But layering other sounds or other noise and stuff like that, clicks and stuff like that, and being creative. Just like what I do is I have a tape recorder and I record myself just walking around outside or something like that, finding weird things that clash and click, and then just drop them back in there and layer them on top of something that I might have synthesized, and that ends up with pretty interesting results. So I'm gonna go ahead and start a new program. And let me see. I use a sampler. Which sampler would I use? I'm probably just going to use just a regular sampler. And so, and the reason why I started a new program is because I want the program, not to have the same effects as the other program. And I go to the mixer. foolish me. My brain's tired. But anyways, that's all I want to show. Just like layering on stuff to the different sounds or whatnot. You know, it can get you some pretty interesting results. Nah, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna record it. But yeah, if you like this video, give it a like. I know it was a pretty long one, but you know, I just wanted to show y'all that in general. And I can show you in other VSTs as well. Just let me know in the comment section if you want me to do it in another VST. Because you know, this is you're quite capable of doing this in anything. I could do this in Dune 2. Serum really can make some pretty interesting snares. Yeah, so trying that, because their noise section is very ridiculous, especially all their collective sounds. So anyways, I'm DJ McCree, and I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good day.